Team India squad for Champions Trophy 2025. We have the details with us. Rohit, Gill, Kohli, Shreyas, Rahul, Hardik, Axar, also Kuldeep, Sundar, Bumrah. These are the names. Shami, Arshdeep, Jasprit Pant and Jadeja. This is the squad that has been finalized. This is the Indian squad announcement for Champions Trophy 2025. Jasprit Bumrah is in. Shubman Gill named the vice captain. Rohit Sharma and Chief Selector Ajit Agarkar announcing the India squad for Champions Trophy. These are details with us at this point in time. I'm going to just in a few moments from now go across to my colleague Harshit for more on that big story, but these are the details at this point in time. Team India announcing the squad for the ICC Champions Trophy 2025 in the three-match ODI series against England, with Captain Rohit Sharma and Chief Selector Ajit Agarkar addressing the press conference. Details are of Rohit Sharma as expected to lead the team. Bumrah has been included in the Champions Trophy team squad is what we know. Head coach Gautam Gambhir was not present in this press conference, having given his inputs in discussion with Rohit and the selectors on Friday evening. Details of the team as follows. Gill, Kohli, Shreyas, Rahul, Hardik, Axar, Kuldeep, Sundar and Arshdeep. Shami, Jasprit Pant and Jadeja. Team India announcing their squad for the ICC Champions Trophy 2025 in the three-match ODI series against England today, with Captain Rohit Sharma and Chief Selector Ajit Agarkar addressing the press conference. Right. My colleague Harshit Ahuja with the very latest on that big story. Over to you, Harshit.
Interesting couple of things that Sneha need to be noted over here. The one thing we were told ahead of the press conference was, while there were some doubts whether Rohit Sharma will continue to be the captain or not, well, that is something we got to know on the eve. But one interesting name over there, and that's of Jasprit Bumrah. While the expectation was, and the average Indian cricket fan was expecting him to be there, but remember there are injury concerns over Jasprit Bumrah. He faced back spasms in the Sydney Test match. He is still recovering from that, but good to see Jasprit Bumrah make it as well. Let's talk about the all-rounders also, because you were looking at what combination do India go in with three spin bowling all-rounders. We have that answer as well. Axar Patel, Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja. I see all three names over there. All of them have been included, as has been Rishabh Pant. Now, there was one debate happening whether Rishabh Pant will go ahead or will Sanju Samson be given the preference. As we were reporting on India Today yesterday as well, there is no Sanju Samson. Whether that has to do with him not taking part in the Vijay Hazare Trophy because there's been a no-show from him, that is something we'll perhaps hear from Ajit Agarkar in just a bit. But Rishabh Pant has been given the nod ahead of Sanju Samson. You talk about who's the other wicket keeper. Well, it is the other wicketkeeper batter is KL Rahul. Let me just run everyone through. And this squad isn't very different from what we saw in the ODI World Cup that happened last year. Rohit Sharma is the captain of the side. Shubman Gill also retains his place. Remember, Shubman Gill didn't have a rich vein of form or doesn't have a rich vein of form right now. But what the selectors have done here is they have looked two formats very differently. They have looked at the T20, they've looked at the ODI format differently, and they've not confused it with what has happened in Australia, what has happened in the red ball format. The selectors have not confused with that. So Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill will be the opening pair as things stand. Virat Kohli is there. Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya is your only fast bowling all-rounder in this side. There are three spin bowling all-rounders, and that's Axar, Jadeja and Washington Sundar. Kuldeep Yadav is the specialist spinner. Jasprit Bumrah, subject to his fitness, will be there. So is Mohammed Shami. He is making a comeback into the side after a long time. 19th of November is when we saw him play for India last. He's been on the sidelines. And then there's Arshdeep and Jaiswal as well. Nitin Srivastava joining me for more on this. Nitin, no surprises over there, but the Indian cricket fan will be happy to see one name, and that's Jasprit Bumrah. We'll try and get Nitin back, but Jasprit Bumrah, there were plenty of questions around him with regards to his back spasm, whether or not he'll be fit. The good thing is that Jasprit Bumrah has been named in the provisional squad. Now, one thing that needs to be understood over here is this is still just the provisional squad. Now, Indian team can go ahead and make changes to the squad up till a deadline that's been set, which is the 12th of February, if memory serves me right. You can go ahead and make changes to this squad. However, if there are more changes because of injuries or any other reasons that the Indian team feels like making changes to the squad, well, in that case, you will have to take the longer route. You will have to approach the technical committee of the ICC, and only then can those changes be made. So that is something we all need to bear in mind. But otherwise, no real surprises over there. The one other takeaway from the side that's been named by Ajit Agarkar and Rohit Sharma is that Rishabh Pant has been given preference over Sanju Samson. You're looking at three wicketkeeper batting options, batter options that the Indian team had to choose. You could only have gone with two, KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant and Washington and Sanju Samson were the three names. Sanju Samson, remember, was showing very good form in the game's shortest format. But what the Indian team has perhaps done, or maybe it's to do with Vijay Hazare, we will get to know that in just a bit. But let me go across to Nitin, who's back with us. Nitin, firstly, the delay. Well, we were expecting the press conference to take place at 12:30. The meeting went for far too long. Is there something that you're picking up? Why exactly the delay? Were there a couple of names that the BCCI was mulling over for far too long?
Well, Harshit, if you go by the BCCI mail which we received yesterday, that says that the meeting is approximately will be held around 12:30. But there was a delay, of course. What I'm hearing from my source is that there was a huge debate, on Jasprit Bumrah's availability for England ODI matches. Of course, we know that Jasprit Bumrah was injured during Australia series. But his presence for the Champions Trophy was very crucial for the selectors, and we know, the bowling unit, runs around Jasprit Bumrah. So selectors wanted to be very sure if they are picking Jasprit Bumrah for Champions Trophy and how his workload should be managed, nicely. Will he be available for the England ODI series as well? So there was a debate over that. So that is why Harshit Rana is being is grouped with Jasprit Bumrah for ODIs against England. But as far as the Champions Trophy squad is concerned, of course, Rohit Sharma is going to captain. Gill has been given vice captaincy. Kohli, of course, is there. Iyer is there. KL Rahul, there was some concern for KL Rahul because we know that he was injured. But Axar Patel, Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav's presence for Champions Trophy is again going to be very important.